So, why should we be so concerned? Why should we be so concerned to know these things? These are the fundamentals of procurement, right? Fundamentals. If you go anywhere and procurement doesn't revolves around these things, then it's something else. It's a totally different science. But you understand that when you're talking about procurement of works, goods, services, consultancies, we'll still talk about this. Yeah? So we need to know now deeply about these things. So I'll ask, what would be the importance of procuring materials at this right price? How important is it that we should procure materials at the right price? Either raw materials, services, or works. Is it important? Why is it important to do that? Yeah, it maximizes profit. Profit maximization. The right price will ensure that we maximize on profit. It's true, right?
Also, it also help to sustain the relationship. Price can also help to sustain the relationship.
Okay, sustain the relationship. How can that happen?
I will give you a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to Chipiku, or if in Chipiku, there are ones who are supplying all my materials or my everyday consuming things. We have an agreement on a certain price, and all of a sudden they say that they have changed the price to a little bit higher.
They have increased the price.
Means that relationship will no longer be there. So price can help to sustain the relationship.
Okay. But can't you negotiate? You're a negotiator. We studied negotiation.
Yeah, okay. On negotiation is this whereby you say that there is what bad guy, what
Nice guy.
nice guy. So they can also have their own. You said that plan B. Or,
Fallback plan.
yeah, fallback plan where they can say that we will stand with this, where they will not listen. So it means there is no any agreement at the end.
It's correct, because 100% I will agree with you. Remember the issue about, we did something to do with discounts, eh? Even though discounts can also be on quantity, but they can also be on price discounts. So a relationship can be built based on that. Good prices will attract customers. Yeah? Good prices will attract customers. Good prices will maintain a cordial relationship between a buyer and a seller. What else should we know about pricing? And it's not just about pricing, but the right price.
Fair price.
Fair price, right price. It can help to increase the quantity of products. How? So if you're purchasing the products at the lower price, bulk purchasing. Have we ever heard about bulk purchasing, where you buy things in bulk? Yeah, it can work if there's a good price, a right price. But remember also, I was just trying to bring in the issue of discounts. That we may have companies that set a price discount and they will attract more customers. Yeah. So you as somebody who is a procurement person, you need to monitor the market, see who's offering the best price and also offering the best discounts. Explore that and take advantage of that. Yeah. We've seen sometimes in the newspapers, they publish or they put a brochure for, more especially during month ends, they put a brochure for Chipiku, Sana, food lovers. Yeah? You see the price and you make the best out of that content. And you say, I think Doom is cheaper at Sana than ShopRite and food lovers based on the price. What else should we know about price?
Price can also help growth of business
Mm-hmm.
in the way that when you fair price your products, you also do advertisement at the same time, because the customers, they will likely tell each other that if you want to purchase something at a good price, can you visit ABCA? You can visit someone who stays ABCD. So that can also help the growth of business, and at the same time it leads to profit maximization.
Okay. Profit maximization, and then also business growth. Now you're talking like an economist. Business growth based on price. Is that possible? Business growth based on price. So if you're procuring your materials at a fair price or at a reduced price, and then you are able to convert the materials that you have procured into a good product, value added product. Yeah? Because you remember that whenever we're procuring, we are coming from a budget. We don't just spend, we are spending that money from a budget. So if you're given 20,000, just for example, 20,000 to buy 60, 600 chickens. Yeah? 20,000 kwaja to buy 60 chickens, 600 chickens, but now you are able to use 18,000 kwacha to buy 700 chickens. Is this feasible? Nzote guys?
Yeah.
It means, one, you have worked under the budget, which is perfect, but you have also managed to increase the quantity of the chicken. So your budget was 600, but you have managed to get 700 at an amount less than your budgeted amount. And then when you sell these chickens, after value addition, the sales team were given maybe a target of 7 million. But because we're able to increase the quantity, they will make sales of 10 million. Okay? This is now what is called business growth, based on the working of the budget and the prices that you have obtained. So if you are able to negotiate better prices with your suppliers, that's what you get. What else? Last one. Before we move to another, right. Last one. What would be the advantages? What would be the last advantage of you using the right price to get your items? Buying at the right price. All of us, we ensure that we buy things at the right price, don't we? All of us. No. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to buy the things at the right price?
No, it's not that we don't want to buy the right price, but the sellers sometimes
They sell not at the right price. So what do you do in that context? What would you do?
you have no choice sometimes. That supply.
So if you're in this situation, what would you do? Your budget is 20,000. Would you go above budget? Would you negotiate for a budget extension? Or you negotiate on the price to fit your budget?
So, okay, on the same, your budget is 20,000. Target is 600 chicken. Reaching on the market, you find that when we manage to get 400 chickens, instead of 600. But also, the money, when you come up with 400 chickens, you also add 2,000. Such circumstances.
Is the market too small that you can't find other alternatives? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You are okay. I'll give an example of the way how fuel is now. Yeah. So the company,
Market conditions.
The company sent you to go and come up with 100 liters on the amount they have given you the amount after calculations. But on you, for you reaching on the market, you find that there's black market.
Yeah, of course, sometimes the market is affected. I mean, the price is affected by what we call market conditions. Yeah, those are macro things that you cannot control.
Yeah.
Okay, things that you cannot control. However, it still rests on you as a procurement person. Somebody who has studied negotiation, somebody who has studied market analysis, somebody who understands the environment. We've done Pestel, eh?
Yeah.
So you need to understand the context of that. It's not that it will happen as the way you wish to happen. So like what Messi is asking to say, it's not always that you find the right price, but be able to negotiate for the best price for your business. Because remember, you are working on behalf of your business, right? If it was your own, would you still buy that at the expensive price?
No.
And why is it different? Yeah? Demand and supply, market conditions. So here. Yeah, please continue.
But then okay, for as much as like you want the products, you also want to sell good quality products. So you can sacrifice on getting something on the black market, which maybe you don't know the quality. But then for those you've been maybe doing business for a long time, which and now it means that okay, now they increase the price, which is something which you need to take a risk. You need to take a risk for because it's business after all. That's what you need to be doing in some period of time if you want to extend it.
Yeah, of course, you might take the risk. But then you are taking the risk on behalf of your business, on behalf of your company. You need to understand the context of the risk that you are taking. If we can go to the issue of letters of credit, we remember when doing international payments, there was irrevocable and revocable and confirmed. There was one which said if the money is sent to that supplier's bank and the supplier vanishes, you may not be able to, and that's irrevocable, right? So the risk of you doing business, not understanding the context of business, is very high. Yeah. So let's manage the risk. We are also there as procurement people to be risk managers. Yeah. So the risk is managed from several fronts, different fronts, and one of them is understanding pricing issues, because price is very, very volatile. It um, doesn't stay constant. It fluctuates. Today, you see the price of bread is 2,000. Wheat goes up, it's 2.5. Wheat goes down, it's 1,000. Yeah. So depending on so many things, price is affected, and one of them is what you have said: demand and supply. We already know that when a product is in high demand, price goes up. But the context of our discussion here is what is the importance of getting the product at the right price.
Okay. That's the relation to quality. So can we imagine that, or can maintaining quality be an advantage to price, fair price?
Now, good point. You should also understand that high quality is expensive. Good quality, more especially, is expensive. But then how do you transform your good quality into something that is also good for your organization? So for us to maintain this, sustain our relationship, we need that supplier to supply us quality product. Because if they supply a quality product, obviously this will also be affected. Okay? So she said that it's not always that you get the right price. It will depend on other things.
My question was, can it be an advantage?
Yes, yes, it can be. It is an advantage. Okay? Let's move to place. Zungumveka mama?
Yes.
Place. Delivering the product at the right place.
Right. Reduces the unwanted cost.
Such as
Unwanted cost, such as the transportation of the product from the long place to the right place.
reduces unwanted,
Cost.
okay, of transport. What else? Right place. When you say right place, what do you mean? Deliver a destination, yes?
Yeah.
So, how important is this in the 5 R's? Transport is a waste if you just go around, you're missing the destination. Fuel, water, you're paying the driver, the vehicle is wearing out. Yeah? So,
it can also it can also help to I'll give an example. I'll just give an example. You are carrying something that is more
for
you're carrying something that is more urgent for the business, for that business. And that business, that deal is supposed to be done at the end of the day. But you find that instead of delivering something to your way, you deliver that thing to the bus. In the process of getting to the bus, because of long distance or because of moving around, you find that some of the products has been scattered, damaged. So you can also say that delivering at a right place also is a way of reducing some chemicals.
okay. Have we heard his argument that you, as a somebody who has procured goods, they were told to deliver goods in Lilongwe, but they've missed the address. They reached Lumbads because they could not find where to drop the items. And then they are starting to come back to look for where the location is. Meanwhile, on the roads, they are hitting potholes, as you know, our roads, hitting potholes, and things get damaged midway. It's true, eh? Yeah? What context should we put that? Helps to preserve the quality of goods to be delivered. You know, when you are also trying to, or when you've prolonged, sorry, yes. Untengeko kwa mabwera fancy. When there's prolonged delivery or delayed delivery, more especially on perishable goods, what can happen? It can go bad. Perishable goods can go bad when there is prolonged. So it also reduces what is called shelf life. Yeah, because of delayed deliveries.
Also delay things to be done.
Correct. It has got an effect on disruption. Yeah. There's high chance of disrupting the supply chain when there's delayed delivery. So you can change. What about, yeah? It helps to build relationships. Yeah? When you deliver on time. When you deliver the right place. Thank you.
I mean, as much as people want the product, they also want the product to come.
So it also helps to convenience. Yeah, so thank you. Convenience and preserve shelf life of perishable products if delivered at the right place. Yeah, and you've spoken about convenience in terms of relationship. Yeah. Okay. Time. Right time. What does right time? What can it do? How important is it? Delivery at the right time. Is it important? Yeah. Customer satisfaction. What else? Inventory management. This one can fall also on quantity. So if things are delivered on time, it can assist in terms of inventory management.
It also help to avoid holding costs.
Holding cost, yeah, that's part of inventory. Yeah, what else? time.
Okay, so only scenario where there's the thing that you purchased supposed to be factored on this thing functions like Christmas and Easter's, but you find that it reaches to January. What the infection can that be?
What? Oh, that kind of effect. So it's got so many things that also has to do with inventory, because let's talk about Christmas cards. We know Christmas cards, right? Yeah. So if you buy Christmas cards and they only arrive in January, what are you going to do with them? They become, what do you call this? Obsolete. Yeah? You can't use them. So timing also affect obsolescence of a product. What else? Before we look at quantity. Okay, let's move first to quantity. So quantity will also affect inventory management. What else can it do? It does. It can affect pricing. Yeah? What else? How can it affect pricing before you take it further?
Okay, let's take you purchase something. There's back to price purchasing and there's small things purchasing. So with the huge amount of products we purchased at one spot, can possibly help you to use that.
Okay. So that one will take it to demand and supply. Quantity based on the level of demand and what is going to be supplied. It will affect pricing. What else? Last one. And quantity. Apart from price, apart from inventory management, what else can quantity, procuring at the right quantity, do?
Also reduces some losses. Let's take you just procured a lot of things that are not even needed. Instead of having 10 laptops in the office, you are procured 15. For what?
So what effect will that do? Isn't that part of the inventory management?
Also, budget can affect the budget.
You're saying budget, budgeting. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I want to say I mean, if it happens that maybe they are under their okay, like this, their supply likely less than the demand. I mean, which like okay, there's much demand, but then they created, they produced goods which are
Less in quantity. So it will affect their what? Profit levels. So all these things are stemming from inventory, how you manage your inventory. Yeah. Meeting customer needs. Yes, please. Any explanation? It's true though, because if you don't have the right quantity, for example, in a shop, what can happen? People will start running away from you. You don't have the necessary things in your shop. Yeah. So quantity matters. But also remember that you are the one who is procuring. Yeah. So if you're procuring the things on time, we call it on time and in OTIF and in full. So goods are delivered on time. That's right time, right? And then in full. That means in the required quantity. It helps to reduce challenges such as inventory challenges, even the budgeting that you were saying, even the pricing mechanism of how you sell your products. Because what is going to happen is when things have been procured, 20, we ordered 20, they have come 20, they go straight into production. You order 20, you receive 10. It means there will be a gap, a waiting gap. And that waiting gap is a loss because it is a cost. Waiting is a cost. Amongst the 7 wastes that are in supply chain, waiting is also one of the costs. Okay? Let's finish by looking at quality. Procuring at the right quality, what does it do? What are the advantages?
Maximize the profit. That's the satisfaction of the customer.
Customer satisfaction. Yeah. What else? This side is very quiet today. What has happened? What has happened? What else? Right quality. It also affects pricing. Yeah? Like what we have observed before, that the right quality is always expensive or is given a premium price. Okay, so don't forget these things, eh?
And you remember it for the sake of the examination.
Okay, for the sake of exams. No, but for the sake of your knowledge. Let's look at ethics. Last week we did ethics, right? And we spoke about guidelines and precepts of ethical code of conduct. Yeah. Okay, so we spoke about precepts and guidelines of ethical code of conduct. Anybody who can remember what we discussed? The precepts, the expectations. What should we do? Anybody with an idea? Precepts. Do we remember what we discussed? Taiwala gani? Ethical code of conduct imagamba z'owulira. If you are met with a difficult situation, what should you do? If you're in a business where you know that I know a relative is part of the bidders, I know my sister's got a business and she's bidding, what are you supposed to do? Yeah, but what will be the solution?
Continue maybe an agreement. Your family something to get get that.
What did we discuss about ethical code of conduct? I know why you have forgotten. Because you said, if it happens, I will take it. So you were only thinking about the money, not the how you should conduct yourself. Eh?
He said rejecting any business practice.
Any business practice that is deemed improper must be rejected. So if you know that kumene kukulowera zinthu sizithabwino, don't do it. Yeah, those are precepts. What else? I think there were five, if not four. Five. You only had four. Declaration of conflict of interest, was it there? Yeah, you should add that one.
Declaration of what?
Declaring conflict of interest. Declaring conflict of interest. So you guys did not go to the library to check for this book on conflict of interest? Yes, I will explain. But I'm asking, did you go to check the book?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Don't read the whole book, eh?
In fact, I wait.
Hmm? Saving it. Yes, it's also another one. Optimizing the use of resources. Okay, it means for the resources that you are being given at the institution, the resources that you are being given at the institution should not be used abusively. Don't use your position and resources and power. Don't use that. Others use kamutu ya office ukatengeraya chimanga kuka kunthawi yokolola. The other one was maintaining an what? An impeachable what? Of what? Maintaining high levels of integrity. So, pay attention, guys. This one is very important. There are what we call precepts in the code of conduct. Code of ethical conduct. So this is what is expected of you. These are guidelines of ethics that as a practicing procurement profession, you are supposed to follow or you are supposed to exhibit. Yeah? So if you go to an institution and you do as everybody is doing, people will start wondering. If everybody is building a house and you also start building a house, people will start to wonder. Yeah? Because you don't know where these people are getting the money from. What if they're stealing? Should you start stealing because everybody's stealing? So this is what you are supposed to exhibit. Expectation, the precepts of ethical code of conduct. So the first one is to exhibit unimpeachable levels of integrity. In integrity, you are supposed to show impartiality when you're doing your business. You're supposed to show independence. Make independent decisions. Make independent decisions, not to be influenced. Make independent decisions, but also be impartial. Don't take sides. Don't be biased. Don't be biased. If you know this one has failed, let them fail. If you know this one has passed, but you don't know them, let them pass. That's what is being impartial is. If they have gone through all the tests and they have managed to pass, let them pass. Don't take sides. Remove it. And the other one was, okay, the abuse of resources, don't abuse. Don't use your authority, position, power. Don't abuse it. Don't use your position, authority, and power to gain advantage of things. What was the other one? Rejecting any business that is deemed rejecting any business that seems to be improper. Yeah? So rejecting. So what would these things do if you follow them? Declaring conflict of interest. Rejecting any business that is improper. So I'm asking you, what will these things benefit you if you follow them?
Why it beats my reputation.
Your reputation. Okay. What are others saying? People will trust you, huh? They will trust you as somebody who has got high levels of integrity. And they know if you want to get things done, ask this person, they will do it. But they also don't compromise. Now let's go to declaring conflict of interest. So I gave an example that during bidding, one of the bidders is your relative. Yeah? And you've opened the bids and you find that this one is my very close relative, my uncle, and you know the business is 1.2 billion. If I give him this contract, obviously, the whole family will be at peace. So should you do it? How do you handle that? So the declaring conflict of interest comes in when you know that you are going to be compromised in your decision making. Yeah? Because let's be honest, we are human beings. We would want to help one another. Yeah? But how many people are we going to help? You know, this one is my uncle, and then there's another one is your friend. There's another one who you've studied with at university. And then there's another one whom you stay with in the neighborhood. And you only want one contract. How many people are you going to help? Yeah? So it only helps us to be objective, impartial, yeah, to be able to make independent decisions. But above all, we have to declare. Yeah? We have to declare to say that I will not participate in the process of awarding the contract to this supplier or bidder because of A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, that's why we need to declare. Declaration of conflict of interest means you are now taking the responsibility of recusing yourself. To recuse yourself is to move away from the process. Yeah? To move away from the process where you are supposed to make a decision. How many of us know Dr. Heather Ntaba? How many of us? Okay. Since we are young, eh? Yeah, he's Ntaba. Dr. Heather Ntaba. So Dr. Heather Ntaba is still a doctor, is a surgeon. Yeah. So there was a case where he was involved, right? And this case was referred to a certain judge, and the judge happened to be Zuoni Ntaba. Yeah, Judge Zuoni Ntaba. Judge Zuoni Ntaba is Dr. Ntaba's niece. Yes. Yeah. So the judge said, I've got so much interest in this case, but I cannot give proper judgment because this person is my uncle. I'll be biased to give, maybe to favor him. So what she decided to do was to say, I will recuse myself. That is declaring conflict of interest. That is showing very sound maturity. Did you it? So if let me finish. If you find yourself in a situation where you know that your judgment will be compromised, recuse yourself. Yeah? Say that I will not be objective in giving a decision. That is what it means there. Recuse yourself. In MW interview, some of you, I will not participate in your interviews. Obviously, 100%. Yeah, so what I need to do is to teach you well so that when you go and do that interview, whether I'm there or not there, you should pass. Yeah? So, the best decision is for me to say, I know this person, so let me just recuse myself. That's what is about declaring conflict of interest. And there's another one, the last one. The last one. We spoke about business gifts, did we? Yeah? Where you receive something from a supplier, something of intrinsic value. We did? Okay. And that, what was our conclusion?
It's not a thing that should be happening.
Is that what we agreed?
Because
receiving gifts from suppliers.
I remember I give an example.
Mm-hmm.
Where I said that on a previous business, there was a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
There was no gifts, there was no what. But at the end of the business, the supplier came in my office, said, "Cool, because of that business we did, here's your thank you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think we covered some.
yeah. So he said that he's adding on the next supply. Will I go for that? That was the question. Will I go for that person?
Mm-hmm.
So he said that you find that if you go for that person, there was 18 million, there was a 16 million.
Yes.
You find that there is another person who offered 16 million.
Mm-hmm.
That person was 18 million.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, gifts from suppliers are not supposed to be accepted. Whatever gift, if you're given a gift such as a calendar, a diary, a pen, go and declare those things to your supervisor. Yeah? Go and say, Madam or Sir, I've received these things from a supplier A, B, C, D, E. They are promotional materials. Yeah? Because they should not be taken as if they are at some point try to influence your decision to favor them in business. Yeah? So anything that is given to you as a gift, declare it or reject it. Because somebody cannot tell you that I'm going to give you something for Fanta, and they give you 200,000. There is no Fanta which can cost 200,000. Just know that that is a trap. There is. You will pay for that. You will pay for that. So don't be tempted. Don't be tempted. Okay, so the other point, let's finalize this. The other point is you can write this as on the precepts, included on the precepts. Confidentiality and accuracy of information. Confidentiality and accuracy of information. The information that we use in procurement activities is supposed to be used only for procurement decisions. Okay? Don't take out anything out of the procurement room, starting from evaluation. Yeah? Evaluation reports are not supposed to be shared with any other person who is not concerned with procurement. There was a case when one person from the evaluation team told a supplier that we have done our evaluation and you are the one that the committee or the team has chosen as somebody to be awarded the contract. So the supplier was like, okay, fine. Then I will have to start preparing. Okay? Then the evaluation report went for further scrutiny at another level. They rejected the supplier and said, no, I think you omitted A, B, C, D, E. You have to go back and redo the evaluation. Then the supplier came number 2. Whilst they have already started ordering things from China. Who had the guts to tell them that, no, you are not the one who was supposed to? Yeah? Meanwhile, the supplier is just waiting for a contract. And then he sees in the newspaper that the contract has been awarded to another supplier. Then he starts making noise. No, I was told that I will get that contract. Who told you? Yeah?
One of your staff.
So the person was fired. Issues to do with confidentiality. You are not supposed to diverge information from the procurement office, because that information is used or can be used, yeah, to the advantage of someone or to the advantage of another supplier, but it can also put you in trouble. And then there has to also be accuracy of that information. The information that you present from reports has to be accurate because it's going to be used for decision making. Okay? That information will be used for decision making, and therefore it has to be very accurate. If information is wrong, it can create speculation. It can also create risks and reputational damage to your institution, but even to yourself. So on ethics, there will be a question revolving around ethics.
Okay, now we can start lighting.
No, we have discussed about it. But obviously, if you're planning, just make sure that We read something about ethics, how they help us, what the ethical code of conduct is all about. Okay? The ethical code of conduct, guidelines and precepts of the ethic code of conduct. Very important. Nice page.
Mutima wangu ukhala sana.
Unataka
Yeah. Kama nafikiri na wale wazambi wa data. Nikulize kwa mama kana wapi? Nasema tu mpaka ya 3 days kwa mama kana ndio wangu. Mwaka wa
No, not really. Areas that were not properly done, we'll have to revisit them. So, yes. So these areas that I'm highlighting, they should be properly, whether you do discussions, whether you go to the library and read, but you have to make sure that you read. Not Gilly Jones. Apart from being specific. Okay, the other one is international procurement. We've done something about international procurement. We did domestic payments, international payments. We did letters of credit, open account, yeah? Zivuta? Those are very important, but because when you go to an institution, some of you may be going for internship. Obviously, these are the things that you meet. You are buying goods locally, how do you pay? Yeah? Cash on delivery. What else? Credit. What else? Yeah? So these are the things that you have to understand. If you're buying things internationally, how do you pay? Open account, letter of credit, what else?
There's exchange. What is thing?
Hey, my wanasanga.
Exchange of bills.
Bills of exchange.
Bills of exchange.
What else? My wanasanga. So international procurement, domestic procurement, you should be able to know the modes of payment. Yeah? You need to understand the modes of payment for domestic, mode of payment for international. Tenses, we discussed tenses, or supplier selection process. So the importance of tenses again, and we should remember when we are answering questions, if you put a subheading, let's say among the tenses, you put time. Don't just write time is what. Explain what that time means and how it is used in the selection process. Remember it? Yeah? Let's say tenses, competency is one of the areas. Yeah? So now how does competency of the supplier help you to select them? That's what you're supposed to give. Remember it? That's why I always say, don't give me what I've given you. Go out there, read, and beef up your arguments. Okay? So how do you beef up your argument? Go on the internet, go to the library, check online books, and beef up your text. Another area is